like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Welcome back to a new episode of I Like to Move It. I'm Mr. R. Quick question before we start. How many times have you opened your fridge this summer, grabbed something, and thought, wait, is this still good? With me, as always, is Alice, our expert in industrial sustainability. Hi, Alice.
Hi, Mr. R. Hi, everyone. And that's actually the perfect way into today's topic, because the answer to that fridge dilemma isn't just about what's inside the package, it's about the package itself.
Exactly. Today we're talking about food packaging and shelf life, the invisible science working around the clock to keep what we eat fresh, safe, and on the shelf longer. And if this topic sounds familiar, it is also because in a previous episode we followed fresh fruit along its journey from the orchard to the table, through harvesting, cold chain logistics, storage, handling, and distribution. Today we continue that story from a different angle. What happens when food is finally packed, protected, and expected to stay fresh for as long as possible?
And it really is a battle. Packaging exists to maintain food stability, prevent spoilage, and avoid microbial contamination that can put public health at risk. Traditional techniques have limits, so the industry is moving towards something much smarter.
Smarter how, exactly?
Think active packaging. Instead of just sitting there, it fights back. It incorporates bioactive agents, essential oils, natural extracts, enzymes, even nanoparticles that inhibit microbial growth, reduce oxidation, and extend the life of the food inside.
So the packaging itself becomes part of the recipe for freshness.
Precisely. And then there's smart packaging, which goes a step further. Sensors, pH indicators, freshness labels, all monitoring food quality and safety in real time. The package literally tells you when something's wrong.
Let's talk about why this shift is happening in the first place. Conventional packaging is largely petroleum-based, and that raises serious environmental concerns.
Right, so researchers have spent decades looking for alternatives. The leading solution is biodegradable, biopolymer-based packaging, materials that break down naturally in soil, water, or the environment, while still protecting the product.
And this is where it gets genuinely fascinating. Nanotechnology is entering the picture.
Absolutely. We're talking nanocellulose, starch nanocrystals, chitosan nanoparticles, nanoclays, carbon nanotubes, even metal nanoparticles like silver, zinc oxide, and titanium dioxide. Integrated into packaging films, they significantly boost mechanical strength, barrier properties, antibacterial power, and even optical performance.
One technology in particular caught my eye in the research: carbon quantum dots.
Tiny, fascinating things, less than 10 nanometers in size. They're fluorescent, antibacterial, antioxidant, and they shield against UV light. They inhibit pathogens like E. coli by generating reactive oxygen species that damage bacterial membranes. And because they're fluorescent, they can even act as colorimetric sensors, changing color in response to pH shifts caused by microbial decomposition.
So the packaging doesn't just protect the food, it tells you visually when it's starting to go bad.
Exactly. And we're seeing the same principle with nanoemulsions, which are among the most promising technologies in active packaging. They encapsulate bioactive compounds, antioxidants, antimicrobials, flavorings, and release them in a controlled way to extend shelf life, while protecting sensitive ingredients like essential oils and vitamins from environmental stress.
Let's talk about materials for a moment. One alternative I hadn't heard of before researching this episode: collagen-based packaging.
A really compelling one. Collagen, extracted mainly from bovine and fish industry waste, offers excellent film-forming properties, biodegradability, and biocompatibility. It can be processed into thin films, or even electrospun into nanofibrous structures with excellent mechanical strength, turning what used to be waste into high-performance packaging.
Circular economy, quite literally wrapped around your food.
And there's another elegant example. Films made from chitosan biomass, flavonoids, and silver nanoparticles. Chitosan alone offers poor UV protection, which lets food degrade under direct sunlight. But combine it with flavonoids, natural antioxidant antibacterial compounds, and you get outstanding UV shielding alongside antimicrobial protection.
Let's talk numbers, Alice, because the stakes here are bigger than most people realize.
They really are. In the European Union, consumers and the retail sector together account for 70% of total food waste across the entire supply chain. Breaking that down, 54% happens in households, 9% in restaurants and catering, and 7% in retail and distribution.
And packaging design plays a direct role in that.
A major one. A study conducted in Sweden found that for fish and meat products, 50% of losses were directly linked to structural packaging issues, difficulty emptying or resealing the pack. And focusing specifically on chicken, researchers found that nearly 70% of waste was attributable to the product simply passing its use-by date, a factor closely tied to shelf life itself.
Which brings us back to why all this packaging innovation matters. It's not a technical detail, it's a frontline defense against waste.
Exactly. And we're already seeing it validated in the lab. A recent Italian study developed photoactivated films based on chitosan and riboflavin. Riboflavin acting as a natural photosensitizer. Exposed to blue LED light, the films generate reactive oxygen species with antimicrobial effect, reducing bacterial load by up to 97% in testing.
97% from a light-activated film. That's remarkable.
And it's not just about plastic alternatives. Cardboard is getting an upgrade too. Another study optimized a bio-based coating made from micro and nanocellulose fibrils to improve cardboard's resistance to mineral oils and grease. Even at a very low coating weight, under 10 grams per square meter, they achieved excellent grease resistance, applied via spray coating, for a more homogeneous, lower waste, industrially compatible process.
It's a great reminder that innovation isn't only about flashy new materials. It's also about refining the humble cardboard box so it performs better and stays recyclable.
And none of this works in isolation. These advanced films, coatings, and active layers still have to survive the real world. Filling lines, sealing stations, palletizing. Every single package handled, moved, and transported without damage before it ever reaches a shelf.
Which is exactly where reliable material handling comes in. A tear in a coated cardboard box or a scratch on an active film can undo all that careful science in an instant.
That's why companies like Rolmeca, with their roller conveyors and drum motors, matter even in a conversation about nanotechnology and biopolymers. Smooth, precise, gentle transport is what protects the integrity of these smart packaging solutions all the way to the shelf.
So the story of shelf life isn't just chemistry, it's also mechanics. From a lab bench to a delivery truck, every step has to work in harmony.
And ultimately, the goal is balance, performance and sustainability, protection and biodegradability, innovation and industrial scalability. That's the real challenge the whole sector is racing to solve.
So the next time you check the date on something in your fridge, remember, there's a quiet, ongoing battle happening on that label and film, one built from nanoparticles, natural extracts, and some genuinely clever engineering.
A battle fought to save food, reduce waste, and protect the planet, one package at a time.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of I Like to Move It. If you liked it, share it, leave us a review, and keep moving. Before we go, quick heads up, we're taking our usual summer break in August. Yes, even podcasts need a shelf life extension now and then, so think of us as vacuum sealed until September. Fresh, protected, and ready to go the moment we're back on the shelf. No preservatives needed, just good old rest.
So from both of us, thank you for listening, watching, and moving with us throughout this season. We hope you get some time to slow down, recharge, enjoy good food, good company, and maybe even a few perfectly fresh summer fruits along the way.
Have a wonderful summer holiday, take care of yourselves, and come back refreshed. We'll be back in September. Until then, take care and keep being awesome.
I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to